I have the most exciting news. After several years of this being on my bucket list, I am finally going to do my very first overnight hike and camp. I have a brand new pack. I'm trying to travel with just a day pack, and I'm at the northern Maryland border at Penmar Park, and I saw all the other hikers going this way, so I'm just going to follow. I'm looking for the restroom. I've never been here before. I haven't found it yet, but I have found a first aid station, which I think is amazing since this is the start and transition of a major hike point. It's really late. It's almost 4 p.m. and I have a 5-mile hike tonight, and I really need to get set up before dark. So hopefully I find the bathroom quickly, and I think I see the trailhead right in front of me. I am so happy. I literally can't stop smiling. I'm going southbound, so I'll be going to the left. The view already is gorgeous. I'm officially on my way. The shade feels amazing because it's June and it is so hot. The trailblazers help you know that you're on the right trail. And this one, I love this, that's hilarious. I'm only about 15 minutes into my hike, and I've passed about 5 people so far, and they have all been so lovely. In the last year, I don't think I've met 5 people consecutively as nice as the 5 separate people that I've met in the last half a mile or so. So it was such a nice treat. It's so rocky. I'm tired already. It doesn't even feel like real ground. It's just rock. A lot of rocks. I was hoping there would be mile indicators, but I haven't seen any. And someone going the opposite direction asked me how far until the next stop where I had come from. So I'm guessing he didn't see me either. But it's been just over 30 minutes, so I'm guessing I'm about a mile in. So 4 more to go. There have been a few times now where there doesn't seem to be any trail anywhere. There's little teeny tiny footpaths going in every direction, or maybe little breaks in the rock that go in every direction. And thankfully I only got maybe 10 steps this way, and then I didn't see any more of the white trail marks. And thankfully I stopped, backtracked just a little, and I see this white trail marker down this way. So thankfully I was paying attention there. I'm very thankful for you, marker. I just saw a little chipmunk. It was like this big, and it had the cutest stripe and the curliest tail. Oh my goodness. So I've suddenly realized that it's 5:15, and I got such a late start because I was really worried about how hot it would be. And now it is so hard to stay on the trail because it's literally just rocks in every single direction, and the trees, everything looks exactly the same. And I'm a little bit nervous that I'm going way too slow and that I'm not going to make it to camp before it starts to get dark, because I would never want to try to do this in the dark. This is helpful. They've started painting blazes on the rocks. That's so much easier than the trees, because while there's a million rocks, there's a billion trees. I'm starting to wonder if it was the wrong decision to set myself up to do this again the opposite direction tomorrow. I thought a rock scramble would be a lot of fun, and it is, but I think once is probably enough. My feet are sliding so much in my shoes that I can feel blisters already. So I'm going to stop, even though I'm really nervous about the time, and wrap my feet in some Band-Aids. Oh, that was surprisingly hard. I have these new hiking toe socks that I'm totally loving. It's my first time trying them out on a hike, but I think they might be a little too thin for my big hiking boots. I have thicker socks, double wrapped band-aids, and my first snack, and hopefully I can start making better time. Arrow. I almost celebrated that I could see the dirt again, but I'm not quite sure the rocks are done. I wish that I got to look around a little bit more, but it's taking all of my attention to not accidentally get off the trail. So I've been seeing these double white lines, and I wasn't originally sure what they mean, but I have one on the left and then one on the right, and so far I've just been seeing them in one direction, and it kind of became clear that it meant be on the inside of that. So I'm guessing with double lines here and here, telling me to stay on the inside, which when I first looked up the hill and I thought I was going to have to go up all of that, I thought for sure I'd be sleeping under a rock tonight. I don't see any other markings. I've gone like 2 steps and I already don't see any other markings. I hope I was not wrong in what the double marking means. Just don't see anything. I'm gonna back up. I have the blaze here and the blaze here. Huh. Oh, wow, that's really hard to see. There's a tiny white mark way up there. So I guess I'm going up. I would never have seen that if it was not so bright. Okay. Let's look for a path up. all of this would be a really great place for a snake to be. There isn't really a clear climbing spot. Gonna go down to go up. Here we go. Okay. I'd prefer to not do that again. But I am very appreciative of this nice, somewhat dirt path. Makes me a little nervous walking under a fallen log. Wow. I need someone behind me to push me up. Somehow I got a little turned around. I could not see any more tree marks. So I backed up a little bit and then tried to just stay as close to the most recent tree marker I could find, and somehow it led me back in a circle and I'm back to the fallen log. So there were some places where it was unmistakable where you were supposed to go, and yeah, this is that hill that I was like, I need someone to push me up. So this is as far as I got, and okay, I hope that paint glows in the dark. It's so shady that the white, if the sun isn't hitting it, is not very clear. And it would be nice if they had one color going in one direction and a different color going in the opposite direction, so that you don't go too far in the opposite direction. Oh my gosh, you will never end. I hear a lot of gunfire, and I'm not sure if you can hear that, but I'm wondering if there's hunting. It's very loud. It's been 2 hours. I am so sweaty. And I can confidently say that I do not like it when I do not have a constant trail of white marks in my line of vision. When I have to lose track of one and then continue to walk and search for another, that makes my heart beat really fast. So according to my calculation of 1 mile per every 30 minutes, walking as slow as I can walk without coming to a standstill, I should be at camp in about 30 minutes. And I'm thinking that I'm probably not anywhere near there because it is taking forever to get through this jungle. I hope I brought enough water. I'm so funny. It's been about 10 minutes and it's been about an hour since I saw the last person, and I just came across 2 people. They didn't have backpacks, they had nothing but 1 bottle of water. And I asked them if they knew how much further until the next shelter, and they said they had no idea. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, it must be forever. And then I took like 10 more steps and I have a sign for High Rock Overlook. Can't even think straight right now. And I'm guessing I see some blue. So I know I don't want to get off the white trail, but I know I don't want to go to the loop. So I'm hoping I just keep going straight and there'll be more. Oh, there's more white this way. Okay. So I think I'm close. Which is so exciting. High Rock is my camp place for tonight. And actually not knowing how far it was quite exciting. I am so happy. I am so happy. Only because I was really afraid I would get stuck in the dark without water and starve. It's so peaceful over here. There hasn't been a lot of bird activity so far. Feels very enchanted over here, and I love all the flowers. It smells amazing. Okay, hope the flowers haven't distracted me because I do not see any more markers. Oh, there we go. I thought when I was doing my research that there was a signpost that pointed the direction to the shelter, and I've seen two signs and they were only pointing to the overlook. So I'm hoping that I haven't gone past it and that I'm not just continuing on and totally missing it. Wow, there's no end to the flowers. The flowers almost make the last couple hours climb worth it. I wish that I would have snapped a picture of the last two signs so that I don't have to walk all the way back to them to make sure I didn't misunderstand the sign. But I'm going to turn around. I have just learned a very dear life lesson. When in doubt, just stay still. Thankfully, I started to turn around and I only went maybe 10 feet and then I stopped and I just sat down. And I was trying not to do this. But I did pull out my phone to remind myself. So I had made a note for the High Rock Overlook that if I was feeling up to it and if it was early enough in the day that I wanted to go. And for some reason I was thinking the shelter was right next to that. But that's not the shelter. The shelter is Rock Raven. And that is such a stupid mistake on my part. It's really embarrassing. But what I just passed those signs, that was at the 3.1 marker. So I've gone just over 3 miles. So all that excitement was for nothing. And the proper shelter is still in 2.2 miles. So I have barely made it over halfway. And it is almost 7 o'clock. Thankfully, it is summer. Not officially, but it's June, the beginning of June, and the sun doesn't go down until about 8:30. So I still have a little bit of time, but I don't have a lot of time. There's still a lot of rock, and I'm going downhill, and my toes are slamming into the front of my boot, and I have reinforced toes in the boot, and my toes are killing me. I wish I could do the rest of this in flip-flops. Pretty. For the second time, I am very excited about a sign. I can't see it anymore, but the sun over this way just dipped below the horizon. So I'm cutting this very close. Okay, so the shelter is in 0.1 mile. I hear hikers. Okay, so, and I'm guessing water is a 1/4 mile. That actually came pretty quick. It's about 20 minutes to 8. A jungle of fern. The evening breeze is just coming in and it feels so good. Okay, so the blazes are blue. I'm singing and then I turn this little corner and there's tents everywhere. So I've never seen bear bags hung, but they have like a whole hanging system here, which I read they did, and I've never seen it. And it looks like those people probably already had dinner. It's like there's some really nice actual tent pads set up here. All I brought is a hammock, so I'm going to try to find a nice quiet hammock place. It's so exciting. I can't believe I'm here. I'm so happy to be here. Okay, so I might try to use one of these trees here because there is a fire pit with some half-burnt logs over here and a bench and a table, and there is one person sleeping in a tent, and I'm not sure if they intend to use the fire or the benches, and I don't want to take anyone's area. This is my new hammock system. It just arrived. The entire thing, all the straps and everything comes in just this little sack. So I'm excited to try it out. I have been here for maybe 30 minutes and I've already made 3 new friends. It took forever, but I finally got my shelter system set up. I have my hammock and all my bedding, and I did get the rain tarp put up, and I might be paranoid, but it feels like it's going to rain at any second. Unfortunately, I have to make a hike to go get water. I have about 32 ounces left, but I'm not sure if that's enough to last me all night. I just hung my hat up about 5 minutes ago and there's already the cutest caterpillar. There's already things crawling all over it. Oh, he's so cute. As I was trying to get one caterpillar off my hat, I noticed that there's about 6 or 7 more climbing up the side of the tree, so that might be a losing battle. I'm wondering if they're going to climb into my hammock with me tonight. I can't quite find the sign that leads to the spring, and I'm a little bit nervous about getting down to the spring in such darkness because I know it's really steep and I don't want to accidentally get wet because it's a tiny bit chilly. I'm not going to try that in the dark. I'd rather just be safe. So I'm going to just sip the water that I have, and I'm sure it will be fine until the morning. I have not eaten dinner yet. It's really late. I'm going to have some chicken fajita in a tortilla before I climb into my hammock. It's about 10:30 at night. I'm finally tucked into my hammock. It's not too cold, which I'm thrilled about. My lights are attracting mosquitoes. They're like the size of mice, and I don't have a mosquito net, so I need to get my lights out and get to sleep. I'm excited for the morning.